top of the morning, wonderful people. Hey, 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 you know how we do. Hey, I hope the start of your day is great, and I hope the ending of your day is even better. But I just want to kind of put a quick message out there, you know what I mean? Because another one of these old psychopathic um, videos came across my For You page. You know, it's a young lady, Houston police officer ranting out, racist slurs and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Towards who. I'll just say that you already know who it's towards, right? She's ranting and raving about how much she hate these particular group of people, and you know, uh, you know that she want to just go arrest and unalive this particular group of people and all that stuff there. But see, she's the primary reason. People like her is the primary reason why I make these videos, trying to you know bring peace amongst us, right? Because at the end of the day, all we have is each other. You know what I mean? We have nothing else. You know what I'm saying? The government ain't your friend. Lawmakers are not your friends. Your bosses, or whatever the case, they're not your friends, man. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, all we have is each other, and we steadily, promoting hatred and violence towards one another. I just don't understand it. I do know this, that when it's time for me to leave this planet, man, me and God gonna sit down and have us a good conversation about not bringing me back here again, right? Because I just, it's if I don't like somebody, what I mean, I don't, I stay away from them. You know what I'm saying? But I don't go out of my way to to promote hatred towards any person. I don't care what color you are, right? I'm that type of person that, if you don't like me, I don't like you. You know what I mean? But I stay out your way. You know what I mean? So, I don't go the extra mile to try to inflict any type of harm towards anybody, because, at the end of the day, what do I get out of it? You know what I mean? Now I got to look over my shoulder because I said something about you, or I did something to you, or whatever the case may be, and it's not worth my peace to invest that much energy into people that I just don't like. But by no means do I let people like that break my spirit. You know what I mean? I let God deal with that. I don't seek revenge on anybody, because anybody that try to wrong me in any old kind of way, unless it's not an immediate threat, I don't worry about you. I let God deal with that, right? So, you know, I know that it's some still some decent people left in this world, and you are one of them, right? So don't let people like that, what I mean, dampen your spirit, what I'm saying, your good heart, your good personality. you know it's so much here on this planet that God has given all of us. We really don't need or want for anything, but you have people like that want to take it all. They don't want you to be happy. They don't want you to have anything. They want you to to live in misery. I never understood people like that, right? But over here, we don't operate that way. We operate out of love. So I ain't gonna get too deep into it. You know what I'm saying? Because like I say, at the end of the day, I gotta maintain my place in employment till God step in and say, hey, you don't need to do this no more. I got you covered, right? But hey, keep that positive thought, positive vibes. Till next time, peace.